Hello, hello. Yo, how's it going? Alright. Sounds good, sounds good. Great. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. yourself, I imagine, in this TAS.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't know
What?
how much I want to spoil it.
Is everybody ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hey. Oh, wait, I am on the wrong screen. There we go. Hey, everybody. So glad all of you could make it. I just want to make sure we are good to go. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to close Chrome because that tends to eat up my memory quite a bit. Let's see. So for those who aren't in the Discord, I am streaming this through a Discord call, so I just want to make sure everything is all smooth. Nope, nope. Oh, wait, is this... is this... is it doing this again? Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Is it doing what?
Sometimes BitTalk has fun trying to... Okay, give me 1 second. I just need to close it and boot it back up. Okay. You die. Okay. Alright. Share screen. X-Men 2.
There we go.
Alright.
It's up on...
Just want to make sure things are smooth on your end. Is it clear on Discord, or...?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for the most part. Bitrate's not so good on Discord, but it's visible.
I mean,
this level sucks for bitrate, so...
As long as it's smooth. I have it set to 30 FPS, but...
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. So, I suppose we should do proper introductions. Hi! For those who haven't been in my stream before, hi, I'm Sonic Star. I worked on this task with Truncated here, who's also in the call, if you want to say hi and introduce yourself.
Hi, this is me, Truncated from Sweden. First time ever on Twitch, actually.
Ooh, first time.
Grand opening, doing grand closing.
Hey, there's always a first. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, that was everything, I think.
And we are joined by two other runners here. If the two of you want to introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Bacon Omelet. I was super heavy invested into speedrunning this from the start of the year with the bounties and all that. Ended up finding a bunch of tricks with the game, just to, like, RTA viable tricks, that is. Excited to see what's in store here, though.
I am Faust. I have yet to complete a run of this game, but I do know how to do a majority of all the things in the game, and I've had this game since I was 3, 4, somewhere around there. It was the first video game I ever bought with my own money. So, yeah, I've been helping and seeing all the progress that everyone in this community has been putting forth, and I'm very excited to see this reworked TAS.
All right. So I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have much of a plan set out for this. This is the first time I've ever really done like a reveal or anything of that sort. So, how are we gonna do this? Do you mind if me and Truncated just commentate the run, or should we do like two playbacks where one is just the first reaction and then the second time it's just, I don't know, us doing our commentary, and then we can probably lead into questions afterwards?
I think the first reaction stream would be good, and then second time around we know what to expect a little bit and hear a little bit of commentary from the task creators there. I think that would work.
All right. What about you, Truncated? Because I know time zones are different and whatnot.
Yeah, no, it's fine now. I said it's 9 in the evening here, and I said 9 because that's half an hour after I usually get the kids to bed. And of course, today then it took 30 minutes extra, so I was
Oh,
rushing in last minute here. This of all days, the only day when I have an appointment. Yeah.
we got several. Oh, sorry, keep interrupting. My
But
bad.
it's fine. You can we can do 2 paths if you want, or we can just pause after, I guess.
All right, I think it might be easier just to do 2 passes, just to experience it in all of its glory. So,
Sure.
all right. So first pass, it's just going to be the run, no real commentary. And then the second pass, we will probably try and get more in depth. We might pause every now and then just to clarify on a few things, but we'll see how it
Sounds good.
goes. And then afterwards, we could probably go for questions. So, all right. Hold on. Pause that. All right. And I also have a copy of, or I wrote down A-frame splits from his 2105, so you should have a
Yeah,
good
I see
RTA
that.
to compare that to. All right. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3,
Do it.
2. What was that?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's go. 3.
I think I'm a bit of a lag. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why we
no,
keep interrupting each other.
it's a little strange streaming from Discord and OBS at the same time, so we'll see how it goes. All right, let's get things started. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, good luck, TAS.
We
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this
Emulator.
is looking speedy as ever.
Emulator is having a little bit of...
Jeez.
It's too fast.
Okay, so skip that to do X-nay on the...
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Also, I split late, my bad.
Yeah,
I would
maybe
cut
just
the
do that.
Discord stream.
Yeah,
Alright.
just cut the Discord. It's all good.
All right. I hope it's not too much of a delay.
But time difference between Twitch and the Discord stream was about 4 seconds, so it's not too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we can start from the beginning. All right, take 2. Let's do this. Oops. 3.
Don't worry, we just had to, make sure everything was good.
Yeah, gotta warm up the console, you know.
So reset in the TAS. We got to start over.
Okay, let's do this for real. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. It's probably good that I have this set to read only this time too. Last thing I wanted to record over this. Okay, yeah, this is much better.
I don't see anything, but maybe that's fine.
Give it about 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's just on Twitch now.
Okay, now I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, you might have to refresh the stream a little bit.
Ooh. The top ceiling grab there to exit. I like it.
Nice. Dang.
Don't think the other TAS did that. I might be wrong.
I did that.
Yeah, it did.
20
It did? Okay.
seconds.
I think you saw the ceiling grab maybe 5 seconds before me. So just so you know, I'm a bit behind when watching it.
That's too much difference. It's still so smooth.
Oh, smooth. Oh, little bit of a change there. I noticed that. Getting up
Yep.
across there. I think the other TAS had a little diagonal dive kicks there instead going on.
Yeah, there's all sorts of minor changes in this TAS compared to the previous one, just like in terms of optimization. TAS Studio does wonders in cutting down on time, so...
Yeah.
My God, all those clean drops through the platforms.
Okay. Hit that one from underneath
Alright.
this time around.
Yeah, they didn't do the door glitch. It's just faster in this.
Oops.
Double console hit.
Doubles. Yep.
I keep, like, forgetting to split.
That was the faster skip there into
Yeah,
the
it was
sentinel mouth.
the dive kick at the door entrance up into it.
What's going on,
Yeah, that one
Xanta?
was changed. I think almost all of the bosses are unchanged.
That makes sense.
They were already optimal. We haven't found anything
Yeah.
new.
Nice. I love that. I always thought that was cool when I was first watching it. Ended off with the teleport glitch for the
Oh,
last square.
all right. We got our first new clip there on the TAS.
All right. Look at that.
First try. First try.
First try, yeah.
Made it look so easy. You can pause buffer that RTA, by the way, and it's pretty
Yeah.
substantial if you're in the middle of a run. But dang.
Are those fast drops with Nightcrawler? Is that frame perfect?
Yes,
Yep.
that's only the first frame where the jump kick stops.
Yeah, I remember A-Frame was talking about it on his last stream, and he wasn't sure if it was frame perfect or not.
It's one frame. I guess he gets it by accident when he doesn't want it sometime, maybe.
Yeah, it definitely happens by accident, like all the time.
Because I mean, you want to re-kick in the air as soon as possible
Yeah.
to get the maximum speed retained. But yeah, if you do it on the very first frame, then you get this quick drop phenomenon.
It's such a big thing for the TAS to have that flexibility of always doing that when they want.
Yo,
Yeah.
Cypher, what's up?
Yo, how's it going, man?
Hey, Cyphrin. Cyphrin's one of the people that helps stumble into one of these glitches this year.
Right, he was the one who first got the out of bounds clip thing right.
Yeah. Cyphrin just stumbling into glitches, changing the face of the game.
Now, are you guys taking those 2 hits intentionally, or is it just because there's no way to avoid it, and it's just the fastest way to keep momentum?
Yeah, it's intentional because it's faster, and we have surplus health. We actually end this stage with 1 extra health. There's nowhere to use it. We could take 1 more hit if it speeded up things more.
Yeah, there are plenty of
Nice.
places where you can take damage to try and save time, but most of the time it's either slower or it would mess up with the health route later on in the run. So,
Yep. We need to have yellow health here.
Yeah, get
Sure,
that
you know.
max damage.
okay, good we didn't lose time on that stage.
Yeah,
know
Nightcrawler
what
gets
it means.
used here in the TAS instead of
Wow.
Wolverine RTA.
Yep.
Oh, it went top there.
It's always funny.
That's good.
Yeah, he just moves so fast. It's crazy.
I love those phase through little illusions
Yeah.
from just faintly
All right,
missing the hitboxes
All
of
right.
his projectiles.
take a look here.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Here's what I wanted to see so badly here. Oh god. Just going off the rock.
Bouncing.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
there's no way that's RTA viable.
Yeah, those
Oh,
rock
wow.
balls are so RNG heavy. Holy crap.
just made A-Frame lose his mind there for sure. He's been playing with those rocks for so long now.
And if you thought we broke that level,
Oh no.
Here's some out of bounds here.
Of course, there is
All that lag, all them sprites.
Weird teleport.
Ooh.
Pogo storage. Wall cling, upside down. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you turn back upside. Wait, what? How did you go right side up again? I'll wait for you guys to explain that next time around. Because as far as I know, you can only turn right side up if you take. Oh no, never mind. You're just grabbing the side of the wall again.
Yeah, I can grab the wall to get it.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
so this
So insanely fast.
Yeah, I didn't even see it happen.
yeah.
It's crazy.
This
So
boss
again,
is probably the same.
Yeah, this boss is exactly the same. I should mention that Nexstar is the only, all the new input is from him. So everything that I've done is just stuff that's reused from the old movie. That's, for example, this stage.
Yeah, shout out to Truncated for this stage. He was the one who did this boss, so
Nice, dude. That's so clean.
Yeah.
If
Having
only he
Apocalypse
cooperated
come
like
down.
that. My God. It's like if you even get close to him without going all the way to the right.
Gosh, those floor clips.
Jesus.
Holy floor clips.
Jesus. Just cut so much out of this level. That's awesome. You know, and
Oh man.
because that's
There's
the same
more-
kind of effect that's in the Sentinel Escape, right?
Yeah, it's the same deal.
yeah.
So if you just get that down pat, Jesus.
A lot of runners have accidentally done floor clips on that level, just through many different attempts. Oh, whoa, what was that one?
Nice. Hey, the negative 222.
2 minutes ahead. Oh crap.
Okay, the shortcut on this one I actually didn't find out until reading or watching A-Frames run. So
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
All right.
That was so fast.
It's downwards dive kicks.
It's almost like a tap dance.
Hey there, Gruntmeister.
Oh man. Beast? Oh, Twitch buffering.
Yeah, I'm still on the previous stage, so I'm just going by memory when I'm guessing what you're gonna react to. Yes.
Horse,
I know.
that boss, the quick beast kills.
All right. Here's some new stuff coming up.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Jeez, this movement.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, Nightcrawler was made for TAS, basically. Pretty unplayable in real time, like.
Yo, where's Ed? Where's Ed at? He needs to see this.
Well, that's triggering the exit there. Found that out. How that works.
Awesome.
This elevator is all me. I spent like I think a week just trying to work on this one stage, and we'll explain on the second time around. But this elevator is so obnoxious. I guess we can put it. What's going on,
Yeah.
Retro Eagle?
Yeah, right.
I think the majority of the time I spent trying to find new stuff was here as well. It's
Yeah,
so
fine.
long, it's so
Skip it.
boring. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you have the tab button ready on your keyboard. Fast forward. I guess we can watch it the first time at least.
I love that you can hit the robots with Wolverine's wall climb.
Oh yeah, it's
Kind of
great.
a nice little attention to
Yeah.
detail.
Yeah, it's kind of smacking him. Those
Also on the
weird
way
animations
down.
sliding is funny.
Let me guess that holding left and right at the same time input.
Actually, it's just
It's actually tapping the button
Wow.
every other frame.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, that's funny. I would have never guessed that. I would have just assumed it was holding two opposing inputs at the same time. Usually that's what
It's
that-
not a bad guess. No,
Mhm.
pretty common that happens.
should be coming to the end here.
Oh, here we go.
Wow.
Saved a second.
Okay, so this
I
stage
love to
sucks.
take that at the end.
Yeah, this stage, I really wanted to figure out a way to bypass a good chunk of this, but the out of bounds stuff just didn't seem to want to help at all here.
It's almost like it hindered in a way.
It's still a intense level to do.
Which is very long, a lot of enemies, really tight spaces.
All right.
Yep.
I think this was one of the levels that often desynced
Alright.
also as well.
Val 4. Let's see what's different here.
Besides hair-raising hitbox overlapping, almost.
Vocal storage?
Edge.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. You go to the right. Okay. I think the reason why we go to the left for that out of bounds is because it's a little sketchy. You're going to the right because of an enemy there.
Whoa,
But
two-player.
not a problem for TAS. Yeah, this was in the previous TAS as well, the 2-player.
Yeah, this is all just copied input.
I love
And
games like that.
this
I
is
think,
to shift the screen over more than it normally is or something like that?
I mean, with the 2 players, or
Yeah, the 2 players.
the game reacts a bit differently. I don't remember exactly, but the boss can be hit sooner somehow, I think. And
Okay.
also the hit detection is only every other frame, and the input, the exactness, it only reads input every other frame. So it actually decreases lag because it's already lagging every other frame.
Mhm.
It's more tolerant for a lot of stuff happens.
That beast is wild.
It's definitely a pain in the ass. I was gonna say, I know they do something funky with one of the Gonberry Goemon games. They do something funky with 2 players in it. It's like this one. They do something weird. I also think in Three Ninjas Kickback, they also do some 2-player strats for a bunch of the stuff in their packs. So that's always interesting to see.
That double jump in the middle of the Gambit fight always cracks me up. He just rolls out of nowhere.
You think you're from the bayou?
And then Nightcrawler, you take intentional damage.
This is where
All right.
I lose every single one of my runs.
So time is coming up. $16.13. That's the RTA.
Wow.
It's crazy. Wow. Almost 5 minutes faster than current world record. which is still being pushed further down by A-Frame like every week.
Yeah.
Guy's still on a roll. Jeez,
Uh,
that was wild.
So the actual length of the input file is 16 flat.
Oh, wow. Excellent.
So
Yeah, because timing for TAS ends on the last input, right?
I can't
Yes.
even believe that. This is a game that back in the day was notoriously known for taking forever,
Yeah.
if at all, to beat. I knew many people who'd never beaten this game, still to this day. Shit, man, it's just.
I didn't beat this till
imagine
last year.
16 minutes flat. That's just bonkers. Well, GG's, fellas.
Yeah, well done.
thank you.
How much faster is this from the previous TAS?
Roughly 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
Wow.
Wow. That's crazy. That's such an amazing improvement. It's like in games, especially with TASs that are extremely optimized, and then you come in with new stuff that wasn't found, and then it gets even more optimized, and then it's like sometimes 10 seconds to 15 seconds can be pivotal. Change it. But 2 minutes plus
2 minutes is
almost
huge.
3 minutes? Jesus. This might be one of the better TASs of the year.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible how far this game's come just within this year. Like I was
Got
saying.
good entertainment value. The game is a good game graphically. The science behind it is pretty sound and actually pretty easy to understand. And there was a huge time save. To me, that all four of those being hit is like the makings of one of the best. That's such a good thing.
Thank you.
Cypherin's right. A-Frame, you're gonna have all these tricks down, ready to go for your GDQ run this summer.
Yeah, I want to see that sub 20, man.
Yeah, sub 20. I don't know.
All right. So
Well, I hate to cut this one short, so I'm probably gonna skip out on the past two. I gotta
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
I'll
deal
let
with
you
her
guys-
baby.
I'll let you guys chit-chat. I'll be in the Twitch chat.
Same here.
Thanks
Thank
again
you,
for
guys.
having us.
yeah, not a problem.
Later, guys.
Later.
Good luck.
Take care. Okay, so I suppose it's time for round two, so to speak. Truncated, how do you suppose we go about doing this? Do you want to pause after every level, or do you want to just keep on going?
Yeah, I could talk over it. That's fine. But I think I'm like 5 seconds behind
Okay.
on the video.
I think it'd probably be best to do it to pause after every level then, so that way we have a chance to at least catch up.
Yep, sure.
All right. I'm not gonna run the splits this go around. So, Cypher, thank you for the host. Okay. So, also, Sapphire, how's it going? All right. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. So there's not really much changed here from the previous tasks. You're gonna see us do a lot more like corner boosting there just to change our hitbox, so to speak. And that'll allow us to be pushed a little bit more to the right each time. So, and that's stage one. That was only like 20 seconds.
I think it's only half a second improvement or something. 30 frames.
Yeah.
For what happens at the end there, maybe we could explain.
Mhm.
Usually you're supposed to destroy that wall. Takes 2 hits, I think. But the game actually checks collision with the end level trigger before it ejects you out of the wall. So if you have a lot of speed and hit the wall, you will be inside the frame. Inside the wall briefly and then pushed out. But during the time you're inside the wall, the game checks if you have touch the end point trigger. So the game ends the stage, even though we're not through the wall actually.
Yeah, it's kind of the same concept as the skip in Sentinel 2, I want to
Yeah,
say.
it's exactly the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, there aren't really a whole lot of places where we can do that, but it's there, and it's a neat little trick. So, there's the logo, X-Men 2, Clone Wars. All right. So these consoles that you see me destroying here, I'm gonna mention it again in the next stage because they have an
Yeah.
interesting property when it comes to the electricity that comes out. So, but
Yeah, right. It actually happens in the next stage, but yeah, you can do it now.
yeah, so when the electricity comes out, it comes out usually when you first scroll the little console on screen. Let me pause there. So, after it comes out for the first time, however, you gotta wait a cycle before another jolt of electricity comes out. So I'm just gonna unpause here. What you're gonna see us do is actually destroy a console from the bottom instead of from the top. Because that way, when we come up to the door, the electricity comes out immediately, so we don't have to wait for that cycle. So, yeah, you see right there. And then you notice the jolt of electricity comes out immediately right there, so... otherwise, this is all just like optimization, a copy from the previous TAS. And that's a slightly faster way of getting into the level there. Got anything to add?
No, I don't think so. Not on this stage.
The door is opened off screen, then leaves screen. The door remains opened. Interesting. I'd say I might want to try it, but I'm so tired from making this task. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'd imagine, there's still quite a bit that can be done with this game. So,
Yeah, I mean, in the movement stages, there's like endless possibilities of jump kick combinations and somersaults, and yeah.
mhm. All right, let me just unpause here. So you can actually save 3 frames on this boss. The problem is that you end up 2 frames behind when you beat it, and I have no idea why. So, but yeah, this is all just copied from the previous TAS.
Yep. I think you did this one, right?
Yeah, that platform doesn't... Oh, sorry. What was it you guys
No,
said?
I was just saying, I think you did this one in the previous version, so that's copied from your input, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a few years back now. I don't remember exactly how long ago we did the first version.
2012, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
9 years, yeah.
It's been a while, that's for sure.
It's been a while. We're older.
Yeah. Some of us have kids and that sort of thing.
Yep.
Also, that platform when we're going out of the Sentinel core, it only starts going up when the screen reaches a certain y coordinate. So, there's not really much you can do to save time there.
Yeah. And it doesn't help to jump at the end either, right?
Yeah, you have to wait till the platform is all the way up before you can actually leave the screen. So,
Yep.
all right. So, in the previous TAS, I believe we did a dive kick. Here's just a regular jump kick. Saves a few frames of just having better X speed. That jump at the end there, I had to delay like a frame because what's the guy's name? Carlos? Or
Cortez, I think.
Cortez? Okay, yeah. If I jumped at the first possible frame, we would get hit. So it's unfortunate, but that's what happens. Nothing to mention about floor clip.
Sorry.
Yeah,
The screen
yeah,
kept
that's
brought
kind
up now. The enemy you were talking about. I thought you meant the boss.
Oh, yeah. So floor clip. Floors have different solidity, I believe, or different amounts of solidity. So the timing for clipping into floors is different for each level.
Yeah. I think
But
it's just the thickness that's different.
but the only thing you got to keep in mind is you want to make sure your speed is at least 17 or 18 pixels per frame, your vertical speed, and your subpixels have to be above 200 in order to clip. So
Yeah. And 1 pixel is 255 subpixels, or 256, I guess. Yeah.
So we actually take advantage of that in the force level, the first force level, to clip through another floor. So that was pretty neat. But we will get to that in just a moment. Let me just unpause this. This is relatively straightforward.
I can mention one thing that we forgot. In the Sentinel Escape, the new clip through the floor was found by a guy called Orkan.
Right, yeah.
He's also the guy who actually found the Pogo storage first. So the original way to go up the pyramid was his finding.
Yeah, I believe you sent me a file a long time ago about that. But
I did, yeah. I analyzed it and posted it on TAS videos, but we never did anything more with it back then.
So one thing about jump kicks is that you can double jump out of them. If you double jump the frame before the jump kick ends, you will retain the jump kick, all of the jump kick speed, and your hitbox is slightly smaller because you're in a ball. So we just take advantage of that to make our way up these platforms a little bit sooner. As you can see there, just a little time save. And then aside from that, it's the same as the previous TAS. So here's the boss, Cortez. Teleporting does 4 damage or 4 points of damage when you have yellow health.
Right.
Otherwise, I believe it does 2. So
I think it might only do 1, actually.
Oh, just 1?
I think so, yeah.
I
could double check.
Yeah, we do have, I believe, a whole bunch of information. I believe it's on TAS videos. Just a whole bunch of point values and everything. So if you're curious, you can always check there. But
I would post a link, but I'm not. I actually don't have a Twitch account.
I'm sure.
Um,
I'm sure. We can either link it on the leaderboard or in the Discord or something like that. So, all right. The falling level. There's not really much that's new here. We do swap punches for jump kicks or pogos. It's just to hit some of these switches a little bit faster. So, but otherwise, this is just a matter of making sure we're in the right position and when we jump down. So. I don't think there's really much to say about this or the next stage. We do want to make sure we at least have yellow health going into the next stage. So,
right.
all right, that's
Yeah. About the health I mentioned before, I think you see us taking damage from some of these electric, I don't know, poles or what to call them. And if it saves time or not depends on how far away you are from the pole the frame before. So if you're very close to the electric pole and then you go through it the next frame, then you get a lot of extra pixels, so to say, because you move at the speed from the frame before. But if you hit it too shallow, then it doesn't save any time. So that's why it didn't save any time to take damage.
Yeah.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are spots where it looks obvious to take damage, but most of the time it just ends up slower, so it's not really worth it.
Yep.
Next boss, it's pretty straightforward. Just slash with Wolverine 4 times. Also, can I just say the artwork in this game is really good.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
The music is awful though. Especially on the best longest stage, of course, elevator. The music is fantastic. It's just all the time for a few minutes.
Yeah. I will just say last time when we made that TAS, that elevator stage almost drove me crazy. Just trying to make sure it was at least entertaining to watch. So,
yeah.
You plan on doing a TAS for Awesome Possum? Yeah, that's gonna have to be a no. I ain't touching that game for a while. At least.
Have you played it or tested before? Or?
I have the world record in it, RTA.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
But yeah. So Magneto here. We do use Nightcrawler instead of Wolverine, like in RTA runs. He's just so much faster. It's so fast.
Yeah. I think it's just at the end, right, where it's pretty difficult to get him into the, I don't know, electron beam or whatever it is you have to push him into.
Yeah, you have to do an extra teleport to push him all the way because Nightcrawler isn't as strong. So
yeah.
But coming up is, of course, one of many, one of the big time saves in the run. So Fortress 1, you'll see us doing a pogo here. And one of the things about this game is that pogo bounces actually give you more height than diagonal kicks. So, that's one of the reasons why we were even able to make our way all the way up without having to wait. So, you can just see there. And then we do a jump, a backflip
jump kick, somersault. Right.
Yeah. We just do that to change our hitbox to make our way up here. And then
just barely.
Yeah, just barely making it. Here, I believe it's this is a diagonal kick. There was just no need for a pogo bounce here. So, kind of the same thing. And right there. I actually did it the old way before, where I had to wait. We had to wait. And then I lost that progress. But then I found out that the pogo bounce gives you more height. So we were able to make it first try there, which was really nice. And so we inadvertently made it faster. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was A-Frame, right, that posted this, that you could stomp into kick into somersault to get up one level. Do I remember that correctly?
An up kick. So the reason why we do an up kick when we're making it to the next platform is it's just to change our hitbox. So if you just did a somersault, or if you just did a double jump, you wouldn't be able to make it up there as easily because the hitbox is slightly different. So the thing about the hitbox for the up kick, it's actually above Nightcrawler just slightly. So it's kind of strange, but I mean, in a way, I guess it makes sense since you're attacking enemies from above or that are above you. So
Yeah. We have hitbox script that shows the collision box
right.
of the player character.
I can put that on actually, just to make things make a little bit more sense here. Yeah, here we go. So this is the script that we used. It's pretty basic. It has a hitbox. It has our XY coordinates, our velocity, acceleration. So
who made this and what do I got to do to get one made for Shiny 3? Yeah, it was Fios of TAS Videos helped us with the first version of this script, with the position and the velocity and the acceleration. And then the hitbox stuff, we found that when investigating other stuff in the elevator level.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to try to find the boss hitbox to see if we could land a hit before it appears. And then the player data structure is actually the same, so I managed to add it for the player character during the other stages.
Yeah, I'm sure we will probably share this at some point. I think you actually posted it in the Discord, so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Okay, but we can post it again just to make sure so that other folks can build off of it, and maybe we'll have a practice script or something for runners. Also, Bacon, what is that emote? Good God. Sorry, it's just okay. I'm getting distracted. So Fortress 2 here. It's more of the same from the previous TAS.
Yep, start is the same.
Yeah.
But then we go into the strange physics stuff.
Yeah, so here's where the first instance of the is there a name for this glitch? Just like upside down Pogo storage. I know Pogo storage is a thing. I guess that's what it's called.
Yeah, inverted character glitch maybe.
The diagonal down teleports. It's just for us to make it through that pillar, without taking damage. So, you can take damage to save a bit of time, but unfortunately, we don't have enough health to get to yellow health for Apocalypse. So,
yeah, and Apocalypse has a ton of health.
Yeah.
Oh, so it doesn't have a name.
It doesn't.
That must mean
Interesting.
that we get to name it.
Oh boy, it's a lot of pressure.
Um,
uh,
I don't know, the ciphering glitch or the inverted character glitch, maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, should we
I'm
explain
sure.
what happens, or does everyone know already?
Well, it might be good for a bit of a recap. That was just there to the cyglitch. Yeah. There we go. All right. So we actually wait a few frames here because if we jumped, one, we can't actually jump until the camera is a little bit lower, and two, if we jumped too early, we will get hit by the spiked pillars that come in, and we will lose this. We will lose the pogo storage or the side glitch. So we just
Right.
wait a little bit there, and then we go to the left here to cancel this glitch. If we continue to have the glitch, then it will just be slower. So, and if we don't cancel it here, then we'll just end up falling infinite, or we will just end up falling and wrapping ourselves all the way up to the top of the level again, because each stage in this game has a maximum y coordinate of 65355. So it will like just vertically wrap.
Yep.
So.
But I think you can end the stage with the glitch active, right? Isn't that what the RTA does?
Yeah, you can.
And then it's automatically reset for the next stage.
Yep.
So those are the two ways to end the glitch: either hugging a wall or ending the stage.
You can. So I'm not sure if we should explain this or not, but this little section here, the stage ends in, or the triggers for the stage to end are kind of in like a stair pattern. You might kind of see it here on the screen. So I should probably set it so it captures the cursor.
There maybe it's the lag. I'm at the end of the Pyramid 2 or Fortress 2.
Mm-hmm. I paused the emulator, so
Yeah, okay.
So it kind of ends like the triggers are right here. We just go to the right because that's the one that's highest up. So and that is that. So Apocalypse, I'm not sure if you want to explain this truncated.
Yeah, I can do that, but does everyone know how the inverted character glitch works, or should we explain that as well? Or what actually happens?
Oh, we didn't actually explain it.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really remember the proper explanation off the top of my head, but
I can do it, I guess.
All right.
So what happens is that you have a state on the character that describes if the next hit should cause you to bounce upwards or not. So this flag is set when you do diagonal jump kicks or stomps, for example. And then the flag is cleared when you touch the ground or when the attack ends. But it isn't cleared properly if you take a hit during the animation of the attack. So if you stomp, for example, and then an enemy hits you or shoots you, then you just go into your ouch state, and this flag that the next hit will cause a pogo bounce is not cleared. So that means you can walk up to the next enemy and punch him in the face, and then you will bop up slightly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the pogo storage part of it. But then if you're at the same time climbing on a wall, when you're doing this, then you get detached from the wall, from the bounce. And if you're upside down, then there's also a flag that sets the character direction, if it's face up or face down, because they didn't want to redraw all the sprites one more time when they for the climbing animations and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that both of those flags are still your hitbox should project downwards from the base point. So then you start standing upside down, and when you are on the floor, you project downwards into the floor instead of upwards into the air. And that messes a lot with the game. It cannot do the collision detections properly anymore when you jump when you're standing on the floor. So it starts to drop you through the floors instead. So that's how you can rapidly skip several floors inside the pyramid.
All right.
That's basically it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, did I go into too much detail?
No, I think that's actually perfect that we that you are able to just describe everything in detail. You know, that's real good. So
Yeah. So I guess this boss, then you can unpause and let it play meanwhile. It's still unchanged from the previous one.
yeah, just
what
give it a few
happens?
seconds.
Yeah, okay, I thought it was just my screen.
Hey there, Gudosaur.
Yeah, so those dangerous spike balls, they're a set of patterns, and they go a few laps, 3 I think, and then they explode behind. Some of them you can hit, and when you hit 3 of them, Apocalypse comes out to fight you. But you can end some of the patterns sooner by taking damage by just standing to take hits from the spike balls intentionally. So you end some of the patterns sooner.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically it. If there was a way to go back to 1 player after you have entered 2-player mode, then we could use that there.
Yeah, that
Just
would
use the second character like a meat shield. Take all the hits, make Apocalypse come out much sooner. But it doesn't work because then you're forced to pick someone else, except Nightcrawler, and everyone is slower than Nightcrawler. So
yeah, Nightcrawler's is just way too fast. So this is the stage. You might have heard me mention that we clipped through another floor, an additional floor compared to the previous TAS. So let me see if I can find the spot here. Yeah, here we go. So if you have enough vertical speed and you change your hitbox in just the right way, you will actually clip through just like that. And that saves just a little bit of time just meandering through the level. So it's a neat little trick.
yep. And then the game decides we're mostly beneath the floor and pushes us down rather than up.
Yeah. So this next stage here, we're actually going to do a different kind of clip. But it's kind of the same principle of just changing your hitbox. So just going to make our way here. We do manage to save quite a bit of time in the beginning section of this level compared to the previous task. The only problem is that this right here operates kind of on a cycle. So we have to wait just temporarily before we can jump kick. But once we do that, Do the clips actually shift you downward, or is it just you passing through? Um, I
There's
think
like a base point, you could say. Um, it's not drawn in the script, but we could add that maybe.
yeah,
That there's like a base point that the hitbox has an offset from.
Mhm.
And when you upkick, the collision box is offset a bit above the base point, so it does. I don't think it actually touches the base point even. So that means that you can get the base point slightly inside the floor when you're in the upkick state. And then when the upkick ends and you go back to your regular hitbox, the one that you see now, then the base point is below the floor. And the game has to decide where to push you, if it should push you up or down to get you out of the floor.
Mhm.
And when the base point is below, it decides to push you downwards instead of upwards.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing some slight hitbox changes right here as well, because as we make our way here, we let go of B temporarily just for one frame, and that will change our sprite and thus our hitbox. And because of this different hitbox, it will actually push us through the floor right here like that. So I don't remember how that got
Yeah.
discovered.
I think we discovered this by accident, and we were just why didn't we need such a high down speed for this one? What's the difference? But I think it's just the floor geometry
Yeah,
somehow.
I think it's a combination of the floor and just our changing hitbox. Because later on, in the blue base, as we call it, I actually we actually take advantage of this changing hitbox just to clear some ledges a little bit faster.
Yeah, I think it might be related to that. It's actually a wall here as well.
Mhm.
The tree trunk downwards is a wall, and also
Yeah.
we
Sorry.
get our hitbox inside the wall and the floor at the same time. That might be related to it, but yeah, I don't think we understand this completely. It just works.
Yeah. Your X speed doesn't really matter all too much. For this one, it probably does, so that you can, so that the game pushes you to the right instead of to the left. But in general, um, a lot of times it's a matter of just your hitbox or just what kind of sprite you have at the moment, to change your hitbox. So, just gotta make our way through the rest of the level here. We do save a bit of time just from better jump kicks in general there. And that was the forest or the swamp, second swamp level. So I mentioned in the first viewing, this shortcut I didn't know about until a frames run. So when we were going through this level, this was a nice time save. But aside from that, there are also just general like movement optimizations all around. And those squares that you see us hit, you have to wait a few frames before they can actually be hit. So, and the door takes 2 hits in order to open. And that's the first level. And here's the second one. So you will notice we do a jump kick, and instead of a teleport, we actually do a double jump, which gives us just enough height to make it to this platform so we don't have to teleport. Real nice.
Yeah, you found that one in this. That's new for this
Yeah.
TAS version, right?
Mm-hmm.
So jump kick to the right and then somersault to the left.
All right. And here's Beast. Truncated actually did this level, I believe. So,
Correct. And this is one of the levels which actually spawn health after you hit an enemy with a delay. I'll talk more about that on the elevator stage. But for the B stage, we just ground pound him because that does 8 damage. You can also punch, that's still 4. Yeah, and you need to pick up the health afterwards. That's why we take some hits, because otherwise it causes lag.
Yeah. I believe we were actually, at one point we were 7 frames behind and we weren't sure, but it was a combination of just picking up health at the end and actually selecting Beast optimally in the character select. So
Yeah, it's one of the downsides with TAS Studio, I guess.
yeah,
When
it's not
you
it's not
can just
entirely
copy inputs like that.
yeah, it's not entirely clear where you lose time, so to speak. So the purple vertical line, I believe that is a boss hitbox.
Correct.
So it could just be the
But-
hitbox for this particular boss.
Yeah, don't look too closely at the code, please.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to the man behind the screen. It's really ugly code. It is just a static address where the boss for the elevator fight is. So if another enemy happens to have the same position in memory like the elevator boss, then you get that hitbox as well. Or it could just be trash, like now. There's no enemy hitbox here. It's just
Yeah. Well, I'm sure as we continue to grow this game, more people will iterate on things like the script and tricks and whatnot. So this is interesting here. So we are actually going to be skipping this switch right here by doing a bounce off of this enemy and then doing a precise teleport, because one of the things about teleporting is that your hitbox is still active when you're moving around. So we do take advantage of that to corner boost against this wall. You might see here, and there you go. It boosts us to the right a little bit, and it gives us just enough room to make our way up. And this also reduces lag later on in the stage, which is nice. So after that, it's just a matter of making our way up here. That might need to look into, actually. I noticed I just wasn't pressing. We didn't jump kick immediately. That's a little weird. But after that, it's just on pause here. And it's just a matter of making our way to the end. No problem. And that was the boss and the yellow base. So, anything else you want to add?
I think in RTA for the boss they do the teleport glitch, right? Where you start to hang in the air and do damage to everyone that touches you.
Yeah, I believe the boss
But,
doesn't
we-
do
we-
anything when you hit it. So
Right. If it's kept in hit stun, then it doesn't take any action. But we do a slightly different technique there because when you do this jump, the teleport glitch to hang in there, you only do 2 damage per hit. So we sneak in a few teleports which actually hit twice for 8 damage instead, which speeds up the boss slightly. But then you need to make sure that the delay between the hits isn't too long, or the boss starts teleporting and shooting across the screen. Yeah, and like Bacon Omelette says, there's actually a trigger to exit the level. The level ends by itself when you kill the boss after a set amount of time. But if you go behind the boss on the left, you can touch the trigger, which ends the stage sooner. I don't know if maybe it's a leftover from an earlier version where you actually had to move to the left after killing the boss.
Yeah, it's a little unclear. So the elevator. Do you want to explain this one, Truncated?
Yeah, sure. You can maybe keep it running meanwhile.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be a long stage anyway. Yeah, so we tried a lot of ways to get any kind of improvement from this stage. We investigated what actually triggers the appearance of the boss, because actually the boss spawns immediately and the health is set when the stage starts. But we found that it's just a timer that increases the static speed. It doesn't matter how many enemies you kill. It doesn't matter if you take damage or whatever you do. So the boss appearance always is static at the same frame. So that was no go, and then we tried to maybe hit the boss when it's outside the screen because it's already spawned. And that's the purple lines that you see here. The big box on the top left is actually the boss hitbox, and as you can see, we're hitting it a lot. Nothing happens. So they turned off hit collision before this timer reaches the boss spawn. So that was also a no-go. And then it was Bacon Omelette that gave us some hope, which was then instantly crushed when we investigated it. So the stage end, when it's actually the same procedure that handles the stage end when you die and when you exit the stage. And all that it checks is if the player health is 0, then you play the same stage again. If player health is more than 0, then you get sent into the next stage. So then possibly you could perhaps take lethal damage and then pick up health. So that the dying animation starts, but then when the check for which stage to go to happens, then you'll have more than 1 health. I think you'll have to pause this now.
Yeah, I have paused.
Okay, just not on my screen. Yeah, but that also doesn't work because they were smart enough to turn off health pickups when you have 0 health. So yeah, it works if you poke the memory manually, so you can see that it actually happens, but there's no way to actually increase health once you die or start this dying animation.
Yeah, if we could find a way to skip that stage, that would save at least like 2 minutes, or roughly around 2 minutes. So,
and cut out the worst stage in the run. But yeah no luck.
So Blue Base here is kind of the same deal. There's not really much that's changed aside from some movement. We did try and do pogo storage in the side glitch, but unfortunately there's not really a real way that we can make our way to the end without falling completely down to the bottom. And if we do that, then we would have to wait until we vertically wrap around the screen, and that would just end up being slower in general. So this stage is played relatively the same.
Yeah, and because this stage is so laggy, it also often desyncs when you do improvements earlier in the movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many times you remade this. This one and the end boss rush, right? That you had to redo many times just to
Yeah.
fix
Um,
timing.
this stage gave me the most headaches when trying to resync everything. So, but what was I gonna say? So that general principle of changing the hitbox to clip through floors, that's kind of the same thing you'll see here. So just generally being pushed to the side here. It's just a little bit of a way to manipulate the hitbox so that we keep our vertical speed. And aside from that, it's just a straight way to the end of the level. And the exit for that stage is kind of the same as in the Pyramid or Fortress 2, where the triggers are kind of in a stair formation. So, just want to make sure we're holding right as much as we can. And here, this is certainly a stage, that's for sure. So,
This
not
is
much.
the stage that was improved the most of all the stages, I think.
Yeah, for sure. We could try and do the side glitch here, but the robot that was standing there would hit us and cancel it out. So we do end up having to destroy it in the end. And from here, it's just making our way to the bottom. We do a teleport here. And then we do a jump kick to make sure we are on the right side, because there's just less. There are less floors you have to jump down if you go to the right. And that's the green base, or Phalanx 3. I believe that's 4,000 frames worth of improvement. So definitely a big
something
time
crazy.
save.
So you might, if you're not familiar with the game, you might wonder what's actually happening. There's actually supposed to be several more of these slow falling stages with short platformers between. But taking this hit and glitching out of the bounce, you can actually bypass all of that and reach the goal and trigger without going into those parts, the slow falling parts.
Yeah. Aside from that, yeah, that stage is fairly straightforward. So it definitely cuts down on a lot of monotonous movement. So we didn't use the unlocked camera for that. So so here's the final stage. Again, this is input copied from the previous TAS. You'll notice we use 2 players here because pause. Because what that will do is it will allow us to hit the boss without having to take damage. Because this wall there is, I believe, slightly a bit closer to the left, so it gives us a little bit more room to work with. And yeah, 1 cycle queen, I guess. That's the Phalanx Queen, right? I don't remember. I don't know my X-Men lore. I'm sorry.
No, me neither. Giant bug boss works for me.
Yeah. And from here, it's just straightforward. We go to the right instead of the left, like what most people do, because if these first 2 fights, we can actually skip the death animation, so it's just a little bit faster. And we do that by scrolling the clone all the way to the right side of the screen while we go to the left. So
Exactly. So it's supposed to play out this big explosion thing, but it despawns the explosion because it's so far off the screen, and unlocking the screen to move on to the next boss, it's only dependent on the boss being dead or alive. But you get this explosion music or whatever you want to call it during the whole stage until you get to the next boss. But those two are the only ones with rooms that are wide enough to trigger that glitch. The rest of the ones we have to wait for them to explode manually, or normally, I should say.
All right. Here we actually do a small little clip. It's a little bit of hitbox manipulation with Wolverine, where we can actually clip through this ledge here, and it'll allow us to fall down without having to press down and jump. So it's just a way for us to keep our vertical speed. Saves a little bit of time, which is neat. And here's the last bit. And that's the run. I'm sorry. So the final time is 16 flat in terms of the input file. And that pretty much concludes the TAS. So,
Yep.
Well, unless people have any other questions, I suppose that's it. Thank you for the GGs.
GG's, everyone. So I guess we will be submitting this in not too long.
Yeah.
We finished the submission comments.
Yeah, we got to finish some submission comments. That one spot in yellow base before the elevator, I might want to take a look at. But otherwise, that's pretty much it for the TAS. So, what's next for both of us in regards with tassing? I'm probably not going to be tassing anymore. It's way too much of a time sink at this point, especially with everything going on. Maybe in the future, if I do end up doing another TAS project, it will probably be Knuckles Chaotix. I do have an input file of a sort of work in progress that goes through a few stages, and that should be available on my GitHub. So let me just pause that. So if anybody's curious, you can just look there. Anything in the TAS you think we should try RTA? It's kind of hard for me to say.
Yeah. What's the reason that the RTA does the left side first?
It's just
the boss rush.
It's just easier on it.
From
what I understand,
to be able to have more health at the end. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Magneto fight is a good suggestion that you could try with Nightcrawler as well. Okay, we could check how much time, because the TAS version before we did ours, I think used Wolverine there, and then we switched to Nightcrawler to test it. So there should be a measurement somewhere how much faster that is.
Yeah,
at least under TAS condition.
I think there is a Excel file from a long, long time ago that we use, but I don't remember where it is.
It might be in this TAS video submission that we put a table there.
Oh, that would,
but
that
I don't
would be
remember
real
if.
Convenient.
Yeah.
All right.
Next for me in regards to TASing, it's about the same for me. I don't really TAS that much anymore, but I have one project that's been running for a very long time now, which is the Adventures of Batman and Robin on Mega Drive.
Ooh.
I guess you call it Genesis. Yeah, so that's several years in the making already. I have a partner in that, but we're both losing motivation. I mean, I lost it a long time ago, and he's been going at it for a while longer.
All right.
So I hope to get that one done, but after that, I think probably done unless something spectacular comes along. Right.
I suppose that is it. Thank you, everyone who took, who was willing to come out and watch this. It's certainly been a blast going through this game again, and trying to optimize it for 2021. This task, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have, at least the previous version of the task, I don't really have many personal feelings for it all too much, since this isn't a game that I grew up with. But I'm glad people are out there who enjoy this, enjoy what we've done. So it's very much appreciated.
Yeah.
And that about does it. We'll probably work on the submission text for a bit, and I'll look over the task one more time just to check and see if we missed anything. But otherwise, yeah, this is pretty much the end product. So,
Yep.
All right.
All right. Thanks everyone for listening in. Thanks for adjusting to my time zone. I guess it's not the time you usually stream, but it worked out with a bit of lag.
Yeah,
and
I'm glad you were able to make it out at the very least. So, who should we?
All right.
All right. Take care.
Yep. Okay. Bye for now.
All right. Okay. Let's see. I'm pretty much the only person streaming X-Men 2 right now. So, let's see, who should we send this over to? Well, if y'all are up for Sonic, I can send you folks over to Candy. She is doing some Sonic 2 glitchless right now, so that ought to be cool. Or actually, hold on just one moment. I always go for the smaller. Oh, wait. Never mind. I was about to say, I usually go for the smaller folks and give them a boost. But the guy that I looked at had more people, so... Alright, I guess we're off to Candy. So... Say hi to her for me. I'm gonna probably do some more investigative work on my end, and yeah, that about does it. So thank you all for taking the time to come out to watch this reveal party, and I hope to see you all some other time. Take care.